So now let's discuss about OpsWorks, and OpsWorks is going to be very a small part of the Solution Architect Professional exam, and it's a much bigger part in the DevOps Pro exam. But you may need to know one or more two details going into the Solution Architect Professional exam. So this lecture will be very short. Is going to cover it the solution AWS OpsWorks. So first, a word about Chef and Puppet. Chef and Puppet are open source tools, allow you to perform server configuration automatically or perform repetitive actions, and they are great. For example, for companies who have on-premise infrastructure, and they also work with EC2 instances as well. So if your company is having Chef and Puppet on-premise and wants to migrate to the cloud, then OpsWorks is a natural fit because OpsWorks is managed by Chef and Puppet server. It's going to be similar to what SSM can do in terms of automation, but OpsWorks is going to respect the more open sourceness of like Chef and Puppet. So the idea is really going to be the exam is super simple on these topics. If you are using cookbooks, which are the Chef things on premise, then OpsWorks is a great fit. But if you are trying to migrate from other technology to OpsWorks or vice versa, then it's really not easy, and OpsWorks doesn't give you any more benefits than like say Beanstalk. Beanstalk would say SSM or SSM word. So really the idea here is if you have Chef and Puppet on premise and you want to quickly migrate your application onto AWS, then AWS OpsWorks is going to be a great fit. So a quick word on Chef and Puppet. So they help you manage configuration as code and help you having consistent deployments. It works for both Linux and Windows environments, instances, and things you can automate using Chef and Puppet include like user accounts, cron jobs, NTP, packages, and services. So the idea is that they leverage recipes, cookbooks, or manifest. So anytime you see these kind of keywords, think Chef and Puppet, think OpsWorks, recipes, cookbooks, and manifest. So they have some similarity with other services such as SSM, Beanstalk, and CloudFormation. But as I said earlier, they are open source tools. They work cross-cloud. So your company, when it migrates to AWS, if it already has made the decision to go all in on Chef and Puppet, then OpsWorks is going to be a natural fit. Okay, so let's consider an OpsWorks architecture that is so simple. So you have something called OpsWorks stack, which represents a bunch of layers, and each of these layers can be different. So here is an elastic load balancer layer where we have an application load balancer, and it's managed by OpsWorks. Then we can have application layers, application server layer, and in there where we have like the EC2 instances managed by OpsWorks, and you need to know that these instances are not managed by an auto scaling group. They are managed by OpsWorks in itself, so they will go up and down based on the how OpsWorks feel, and they should go up and down. So you can define schedule etc event, and then your application needs your application server first. Application server first needs to be configured, and for this there's a cookbook repository, and then your application itself needs to be configured. So you have an application repository, and then that is going to send your applications into your OpsWorks layers. And finally, we have seen before we have a database layer, and that is again managed by OpsWorks, and this could be a database server on RDS, or this could be your own database that you deploy on EC2 instances. And cookbooks again can help manage these database servers if we are using EC2 instances. So that's it. So simple for the AWS OpsWorks, and that's all you need to know about the OpsWorks. It's extremely simple, and I hopefully that will be enough going to the exam, and I will see you in the next lecture.